The weak hands are being shaken out right now. Bitcoin trading below $110,000. Ethereum falling to 4,300, and fear is gripping the market. But the question is this the final dip before Bitcoin to 150K, Ethereum crashing new all-time highs? And what's going on with Solana and Avalanche and some other coins I want to discuss today, because the amount of new capital that is forming into the altcoins is monumental. And I want to share with you a prediction by Tom Lee, who is super bullish on Ethereum, or of why Ethereum is bottoming out right now around $4,300, and the most likely move next is past the previous all-time high and past the $5,000. So let's start this show. I have a lot of incredible news to share with you. Let's go in first. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We're seeing a Bitcoin, well, just right now broke the bullish trend. As you can see, it was higher highs and higher lows at 124,000, and now when Bitcoin closed the day yesterday below $112,000, it shifted right now the uptrend to the downtrend officially. However, it's not all doom and gloom, of course. It's only a little bit of correction at this point from 124,000 to 109,000. We are basically retesting the previous all-time high right here on the 22nd of May. So on a macro perspective, it's really not that bad what is happening right now. And basically what we're seeing at the moment is we are essentially retesting this previous all-time high. Now Ethereum, after reaching a new highs of $4,937, which is officially by an inch a little bit higher than the previous one on November 2021. So it did establish a new all-time high, and the longs were rushing and piling up, and there is a leverage flush. Like always, the exchanges, they make money when they flush in those leverage longs, those late longs, you know. Basically Ethereum did all this move from $2,000 to $4,900 without going any significant correction. Well, we did have this weekly bearish engulfing candle on the 28th of July, but then it's just the market ignored it, and we continued for another bullish week. So right now we're in the middle of this week, and time will tell. At the moment we are the bearish engulfing candle over here printing for Ethereum, but I want to show you why this is such an incredible opportunity, and not too late to be buying Ethereum right now. So there is a couple of scenarios on the table. We're seeing the Bitcoin dominance is breaking below 59%. Overall, 2 months of July and August have been very good for altcoins as a whole, and it's just a sign that the altcoin season is coming. Now, looking at Tom Lee calling Ethereum to bottom in the next few hours as he buys another 4,871 Ethereum, and you can see over here if you look at Tom Lee's post. So Ethereum is very good risk reward here. I'm highly skeptical it breaks this trend, nor breaks $4,067 from the 18th of August. That's what's required to think a bullish stance near term is wrong. Ideally, it should bottom out sometime in the next 12 hours near $4,300 and start to push up back to new highs and get above $5,100 and up to near $4,400. That could be meaningful. So we're currently in a pretty significant trend over here on a support level for Ethereum right now. You can see that he just bought another $21 million worth of Ethereum, which is great. And if you look at Ethereum, overall inflows is $443 million. So in the last couple of days, it was all very positive inflows, breaking this sequence of outflows here for the institutions. Okay, which is significant. Despite the dip, Ethereum is still 78% up in the third quarter so far. So zoom out and see for 3 months, you can see we are very, very bullish. So this is a different chart, and you can see that we are in the midst of this quarter closing very, very positively, highest ever close for a quarter. Okay, so when in doubt, and you need to just zoom out a little bit. Currently, the crypto market cap, crypto fear in grid index reaching 43, which is neutral towards the fearful level, right? This is the level where it's getting close to bottoming out over here, because when we go to super fear level, that is the, you know, that is extremely extreme situation. The market doesn't give you this often when we are below 20 on a fear level. It just doesn't. In a bull market, I've been through 2 bull markets, and right now we are entering this acceleration phase. Acceleration phase is happening pretty fast. You know, within a matter of months, we can see Ethereum going boom, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, right? Taking the altcoins with it. So if you snooze, you lose. If you're waiting for some more advantageous prices, well, you might not get them, right? Because the market can just scoop up. If you see what happened a couple of days ago, it was a pretty insane couple of hours when Ethereum went from 4,300 to 4,900 in a matter of couple of hours. And this type of candles can happen and are happening in the bull market quite often, as the market is hungry for getting to go more. A whale just bought 10,000 Ethereum worth $44 million after the market dump, and smart money is buying the fear right now. It's buying the fear. If you look at others compared to Ethereum, it's been going down quite significantly and become very oversold, which means that from a risk to reward perspective, some of the other coins can outperform Ethereum, because this is happening every bull cycle. It goes from Bitcoin, then it flows to Ethereum, and then it goes to the large market caps, and then to the smaller market caps. So if you are in altcoins, your time is going to be shining at some point, right? At some day, at some point, we're going to see a huge shift and outperformance of other altcoins than of Ethereum. We're seeing Goldman Sachs expecting 3 Federal Reserve rate cuts in 2025. So the more we're going to have these rate cuts for interest rate, the more money can flood the economy. So we'll see. The next meeting is going to be in September. There are still very high chances that it's going to be a rate cut announced in September, which is right around the corner. Okay, this is the last shakeout before going to $150,000. So we're possibly in this manipulation phase, which is this attempt to break this trend, and we actually broke this trend, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video. However, it may be just an attempt to liquidate the longs, the leverage longs, and to continue moving higher. Dips are normal in a bull market. We have quite a handful of these dips up to 32%, 31%, and then we just continue to climb even higher. Okay, so we have Ethereum is the darling on the Wall Street, and they're saying just Ethereum, not altcoins, but that's a lie, because soon there's gonna be money from Wall Street flying to the altcoins. How do we know? Bitwise just filed an S1 for Chainlink ETF. Okay, we also see Grayscale files for Avalanche ETF. Okay, Avalanche ETF. So pay attention to these coins. AVAX is trading right now at the price of $23. And if you look at the monthly level, we are pretty far from the previous all-time high. The previous all-time high are at $125. So think about risk to reward. If you're buying Avalanche right now at $23 and it's going to go to the previous all-time high and break it, we're talking about more than 500%. Okay, let's take a look at Link. Where is Link trading right now at the moment? And Link is trading at $23, slightly much better than Avalanche in terms of the all-time high. To the all-time high, Link is currently about 120% to the new all-time high. Okay, so anyhow, we have seen basically altcoins have been performing pretty well since 2023. However, what's the future in store? We're gonna see Solana trading, breaking the new highs and violently go to over $1,000 from its prices. Well, it actually is likely to happen. Why? Because Galaxy Digital, Multicoin, and Jump Crypto plan $1 billion Solana fund. That's right. Galaxy Digital with Mike Novogratz, who is a multi-billionaire, is actually going to have a Solana treasury company. Just like there is a Ethereum treasury company, BitMine, just like there is MicroStrategy treasury company for Bitcoin, there is Galaxy Digital, Multicoin Capital, and Jump Crypto raising $1 billion as a treasury company for Solana. And not only them, also Pantera Capital to create Solana treasury, $1.25 billion worth. Okay, so if this is something that you pay attention to, why they're raising over $1 billion to accumulate Solana as a treasury asset? Why? There is only one reason why, because they see Solana trading at much higher valuation than it is right now. So something to pay attention to, guys. So overall, you see the prediction of if you're holding Ethereum, well, we are right now in a slight correction, which is not really that big. Overall, we are currently experiencing a 10% correction. It's not big. It's not big at all. And Ethereum is doing well. Unless it breaks this $4,000, there is nothing to worry about here for Ethereum. Can be chopping around and go to the next level, which is outlined here at $5,500 for Ethereum. But I strongly believe that Solana is going to outperform Ethereum. Currently it's not, but it is going to outperform Ethereum. You can see Solana is a much more risk to reward great buy right now. And other altcoins will outperform Ethereum. It's only a matter of time. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. A short update on the market, and I'm gonna see you in the next episode of Today in Crypto Show.